and let me hit record because a lot of people wish they were here tonight. They want to see what all this buzz is about and what we're all doing. And tonight's exciting because we do these a lot live in people's homes and friends' homes because we just truly believe in the power of what we're doing. But if it's okay, I'm going to share my screen and I just want to recognize some people who are here tonight that are gracious enough to tell their story and what brought them to Isagenix. So I'm really excited to share that with you. But just to introduce who I am, my name is Belinda Foster, and man, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So just real quick, the way I got involved with Isagenix was 2 years ago. Here's my before, here's my after. Just had a tremendous experience, and it basically, yeah. So thank you. You liking that bikini, huh? That was like just one of the most profound experiences I've ever had. And this is all I did, right? I just like, I'll do it. I'm going to try it. I saw everybody trying it. And I was just really was not such a great place in my life. Sometimes you're not always as great on the outside as you want to portray. And I just bought a system. I did what they told me. I got the chocolates too when they were available, to cleanse chocolates. And, you know, it's 2 years later and it's just, you know, who likes these shakes? Like I never would have thought. Honestly, I could have made it through 2 weeks or 30 days, much less 2 years. And I'm telling you, there's not a day that I just don't want to go without these. Can anybody relate to that? Anybody else kind of like that? Like what's your favorite, you guys? Like, man, we've had some good ones, right? What is the orange? Has anybody tried the orange? Did you guys like that?
So good. Love the orange. Love it.
Yeah, the orange and the strawberry cream I'm still a fan of. I mean, they just have never gotten old, and I love the seasonal ones that come out. But I'll tell you what, I'm really in love with the vegan, the dairy-free. Never thought in a million years because I'm just so happy with our dairy being from New Zealand. But and I sneak some Isofruits. Does anybody else put Isofruits in their dairy-free berry? Try that if you haven't done it. It's really good. And getting all this antioxidant fruits for like $1 a day, getting that meal. And of course, there's just a little snapshot. I think I'm a hoarder now of shakes. If Kwan and Lindsay are on line here, they're probably the other biggest hoarders. Kathleen, I know you like to hoard some shakes too. We love them, but it's not about me tonight. I just really want to introduce you to some amazing people. Sue, are you there? And let me find you so that I can unmute you. Hold on 1 second. Because I know you're there. Give me just a second. Oh, hold on. I just got to find you in the lineup here. And there you are. So, Sue, are you where you can?
Can you guys hear me?
Perfect.
Good. Hi, everybody. I know Belinda is, you give me a hard time because I didn't post bikini shots. So I'm kind of there in the background. But just wanted to share my story with you guys, if I could, just a little bit. And it's pretty exciting because I'm coming up on my year with Isagenix in September. And this little journey started at that picture on the left. I was down in Key West with a couple of my girlfriends. And we went down and, you know, the first morning we wake up and they start shaking up these shakes. So I did what any self-respecting friend would do. I made fun of them. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing. This is, you know, this is BS. I'm on vacation. You know, had no interest in it at all. And so, you know, but they started, you know, we were talking through the vacation and things like that. And so literally by the time I was on the plane on the way home, I'm like, all right, who's this Belinda chick? Give me your number. I need to call her. Let's go, you know. And that was probably, Belinda, the easiest, you know, sale you ever had because I had my credit card ready. I was ready to go. But what was going on at the time was, you know, I was like kind of, you know, I was 51 years old and just kind of putting on those pounds in the middle. I just was, my energy was kind of low. And the thing that bothered me the most, I think, was that I didn't feel strong. And it really bothered me. Like, I just didn't feel like I was strong. And so I did this. and expecting maybe, I'll lose 10 pounds, whatever. I'm going to do this for 2-3 months and, see how this goes. Had no idea what was going to happen. I ended up losing, really lost 20 pounds to my surprise. Was really delighted like this summer when I went into my drawer, and you know how your shorts kind of shrink over the winter usually, but I actually put them on and had to buy smaller sizes. So it was really exciting. So I lost like 20 pounds, some number of inches. But really what it was just like more, I think my transformation was something other than just weight loss. That was like we say, that's a happy benefit of this, but something changed on the inside here, and it's never stopped. I don't see a day when I'm, not going to put these shakes in my body, because I started educating myself on what's going on in our food and why it's good, and what's really, why these are so good, and why this all happens. And so it's been an amazing journey, latched onto this team like nothing. And I love the vibration and the love from this team. And that has been one of the biggest surprises to me is what I have found, just the, this group that lifts you up. And so it's such a blessing, such a joy. And yeah, I'm not going to stop anytime soon. So I'm really happy.
So I have to show these pictures. I hope you don't mind, but I went in and I just had to show, when you talk about the support and love, I don't want to cry, but let me tell you, the people that we meet, it's just amazing. Who comes in your life, and when they come with something such a gift. So here you are, look at you with all of us, like you've met us all, like it's all of us met online, right? But here we are in person.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, the enormity of that just occurred to me when I got home from celebration, that I'm like, Sue Yanahan, you just flew across the country to be with 15,000 people. And I had only met, a handful of them in person at ICU. Half of them I didn't know. But it felt so comfortable. Like I never even hesitated a minute, because that's how you feel. Like we really do, so if you're looking for that too, there's more than just weight loss here, guys. There's so much going on,
Yeah, I agree. I always say that. Now I heard, let me back up here. So I know you like the shakes and, right. You right. Those are I think you told me those were some of your favorite products.
Absolutely. Never go a day without them. Can't see why I would. Right.
And who wouldn't want to put these in their body? Like the undenatured, meaning it's just not been heated. So you've got that absorption and quality and enzymes, live enzymes, no soy, no gluten, like all of that. And anybody who really wants that drilled down detail, we're always happy to provide. But it's just true that it's how you feel when you put these shakes in your body and you give your body nutrition. But you love our Isagenix coffee and iced coffee.
Yes, any kind of coffee. And if you are not doing this, you should give it a try. And I was a Starbucks person, so as many people are, and I could not imagine I would not ever be. This coffee is so good, and I don't go a day without it either. And I did want to say too, some people are probably thinking, oh, well, I have a Keurig, and why don't we have pods? And I've heard that comment, but go to the store and buy one of those little filters. Everybody, they're everywhere. Fill it up with the coffee grounds, and you make the most beautiful, delightful cup of coffee. You don't need the pods, and then you're not contributing to the landfill. And I just love it. But it's so smooth. And my niece started drinking the coffee because she had said to me, I love coffee, but it's kind of acidic. And I'm like, I got the thing for you. So I introduced her to our coffee, and that's really where she got started on this as well.
Yeah. This coffee is pretty amazing. It's got, like everybody can see here, MCT coconut oil. I mean, everybody knows the benefits of the health of that, and green tea extract, and the fact that it's alkaline.
Yeah.
That is enormous. And then it's perfectly roasted, and some very special taste testers as well can confirm that this coffee was selected. And I love to put, do you do this? Do you do like a scoop of or just our whey protein, the chocolate or the vanilla? Does anybody do that and add that to their coffee for their creamer?
I have done that. I have done that. Some people, I don't know if anyone else has. The other thing I do, I think you gave me this tip on cleanse days, is I add a milk chocolate Isa Delight. I put it in the bottom and then brew the coffee over it. And
Ooh.
it both creamy and a little bit of sweet, just everything you need. And it's totally cleanse day approved. So
Those right there, those chocolates. Yeah.
oh,
What a great idea. And we've got the dark mint chocolates as well. So isn't this fun, man? We just really do enjoy these products. So thank you so much, Sue, in Chicago.
thank you guys.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, coffee and the Ice of Delight does rock. It totally rocks. So we see some of the uses of our whey protein, which our athletes use, and of course the culture, community, and support. So let's see who we have that is sharing. Chris. Now, Chris, can you unmute yourself, or let me see if you need me to do it.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Perfect. What's up? What's up?
Sorry, I'm at work, so it's a little dark. I have to sit my car out here in the parking lot. So.
All right. Now that's dedication, that you're like, I want to tell, I want to share it. And then you're like, I'm at work, but I can do it. So hopefully on your break.
Sort of.
This is not being recorded. But tell us a little bit about your how you came to Isagenix and your before, after, and what you've experienced.
All right. Well, I had up until April, I'd never heard of Isagenix. I had a friend who was doing it, and she didn't tell anybody. She just did it, and she posted her 30-day pictures. And I was on my way home from work, and I was like, "Oh wow!" Like, I was about to leave from work, saw it on Facebook, called her, and when I first called her, I was like, "Oh, yep, not doing one of these things. Not cool." But about 5 minutes later, I hung up the phone with her. 5 minutes later, I called her back and actually placed my first order on my way home on the phone, because I said, you know what? I'm at a point where I need to do something, and I'm going to try it. So I did, and that was back in April. And honestly, the first couple weeks, I stuck to it exactly like the program. The first 30 days, I stuck to it exactly like the program said. You know, if I was going to pay for it, I was going to do it all in. And after my 30 days, I was blown away. My wife said she wasn't going to do it. She was doing Plexus. You know, she was happy there. Once I took my 30-day photos and saw the difference in just my faith alone, that completely changed my life right there instantly. And it changed my wife's, because that day she canceled her Plexus and ordered her Isagenix. And it's been great. I mean, like I said, I started in April now, and I'm actually at my goal weight that I had set for myself. And now I'm just doing maintenance and pretty much using more of the performance products with the shakes to tone up and get to where I exactly want to be.
Yeah, you look amazing. And I have this picture here too, because you told me that I asked you what's your favorite products. And I always like to ask that, because it's like, who's your favorite child? Kind of, it's hard to pick. You love all your children, but you really are, man, you're moving into that athlete. I mean, look at you. So here you are. I think you said you love the Amp Power, right? So this is, you take that tell us a little bit about that and what it does for you.
Well, currently I work on third shift right now. So when I get off in the mornings, I run for about an hour, and then I go home, go to sleep, and then I get up and I do CrossFit in the afternoons before work. And I actually drink the power before both. And honestly, my workouts have been crazy. Before, you know, I would be real tired by the end of the workout, and there's no way I could have gone to work after doing an hour-long CrossFit workout. Now, honestly, that fuels me to power me through the whole workout, and I feel great all night while at work. I drink
That makes sense because this improves your blood flow, your circulation. It's got nitrosamine and citrulline in it, and it's all natural, and it is powerful. You can just feel that energy as well. So that makes sense that you would use it, before work, even because night shift's not always easy, is it? There's a lot of people on night shift as well, because I talk to a lot of people that ask me, like, how would I do this? I work at night. In fact, I had 2 today. And so I'm like, man, you got to talk with Chris, because it really does work getting that nutrition in your body and detoxing your body and getting the toxins out. So you feeling better then? You feel better? More energy?
Oh yeah, I feel great. Throughout the whole night, I kind of antsy. I sit around a lot, so I have to like get up and move, and it keeps me moving all night. It keeps me going.
Yeah, that's much better than just like feeling like you're dragging through your job there.
Yeah, definitely.
Your employer appreciates that too.
Oh yeah.
So Fran says she's a night shifter too. I didn't know that, Fran. Well, it's just good to know that we've got something that's so convenient that you guys can use, and ladies, everybody that serves at night. We appreciate all that. So Chris, thank you so much for sharing. That means a lot to us. And anybody more interested in more information on the Amp Power, we can get that to you as well. It truly is that level of fitness that so many people come to for Isagenix. We're pretty big in R&D, and we work with a lot of athletes, world class, and Olympians. It's exciting, right? To think that here we are with the Olympics on, and to know how many athletes are most likely using some part of the Isagenix system, or the whey protein, or the meal replacement, because they are only going to put just the premium in their body, because they've got to perform. So hey, Jonathan, so thank you again. Thank you both, Chris and Sue. And Jonathan, are you able to unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's up?
Look at you, man. Look at this picture, guys. Is this not insane? Tell us about this.
Well, when I first started, it was back in late 2014, and my mom was actually enrolled under Cindy Murphy, and Mom was like, come on, Jonathan, sign up, do this, do that, sign up. What moms can do, they'll badger you to death. Well, I always just was like, I don't want this, it's not going to work, blah, blah, blah. The common misconception. But finally, I'd left my job when I was working at Walmart, and then I moved to a hospital, and they started paying me more, and I'd gotten my last paycheck, and I said, might as well just go for it. Let's give it a try. And haven't looked back a day since.
And that was
that right there.
ago?
That was the first picture was when I first started. It was like I went to the lake like a week before I'd started, and that picture was taken.
That's about like a year ago. Is that about right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. Look at this. And so your favorite product, you told me also, were the shakes. So I know we're spending a lot of focus on shakes, but it's such an important part because they are different. It's like that complex meal. And but the IsoPro, right? You've got that extra protein, and look at the muscle you've developed. And like that truly is astounding.
Definitely. IsoPro vanilla for me. I'm not really a big fan of the chocolate at all, but I've always been a vanilla person, but definitely I love that stuff. It tastes so good too. It's got to be I like the natural vanilla. I don't really like the creamy French. The natural vanilla, it's just got that real taste to it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that we've got all those different options for people, and some people love, the French, some love the natural, some like the Dutch. So it's just so cool that there's something for everybody's palate. But definitely this higher protein for women who have more weight loss than 35, 40, 50 pounds, like that range up. Studies show that higher protein helps with that. And then of course, guys always, and athletes, and you're definitely in the male and the athlete and female athletes enjoy that higher protein. So hope you don't mind, but I put a picture on here because this was you when you kind of first lost your weight, and your first, what was that? Maybe your first 30, 40 days or something, or
yeah. See, it's been a cycle. Like I went in a cycle. So I had lost weight. I lost a total of 40 pounds. I went from 2 to 165. I went from 205 to 165. And people were always like, man, it looks like you're on drugs. It looks like you're on drugs. You're too skinny. So I was like, you know what? I'll work out and then I'll put the weight back on. So right now I'm at like 190.
Look at that.
But I haven't changed anything except for the protein intake, you know.
Look at that, guys. Is that not incredible? What you've done with that, Jonathan, in 1 year to transform your body. Good job.
Thank you.
You're like a rock star. You look at you. Look at you here. So, I have fun. I like to go, grab a few pictures of you guys off the internet. So it just, sometimes to see these side by sides makes you realize just how far you've come.
That middle picture down there at the bottom was right before the Maroon 5. So yeah, we were stoked.
Yeah, well, you look amazing, and to have someone, I say young because you're how old?
21, just turned 21.
21, and to be taking care of your health like you are, and man, you probably just don't even know who this person was here.
He was ratchet.
Yeah, this guy here, but look what, you're just like chiseled out of a stone. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight.
No
We love you. And next we have Jen Elks. Jen Elks, are you in the house, and can you unmute yourself?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, yay. I'm really excited because I've been listening to all these people who have been doing this for a year, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been in about 90 days now, and I was at a really low point. As you can see, I was extremely overweight, had some high cholesterol going on, and I come from a family that feeds. That's how they love everybody. They feed you. And a church the same way. Every event there was food. And so it was a vicious cycle. And this first picture was actually taken at the Myrtle Beach bike rally. And what really got me kind of upset and on this program was that I was trying on clothes to take on that trip, and they weren't fitting. And I was having to go buy bigger clothes. And I bought a couple of things just to get me through, because I made up my mind that I was going to make a change and had to make a change. And so I reached out to Belinda. I was involved in another network marketing company, and I had found Belinda through the little Facebook friend suggestions and thought she would be great for the products that I was selling. And I ended up reaching out to her after I looked up Isagenix to see what it was and said, hey, please tell me about this. And she, she said, when can we talk? And I said, now. I had to do something now. And we talked, and I said, you know what? I got to get started on this. Ship it to me at the campground. So I had it shipped to me on vacation and got started on it while on vacation. And I've lost 23.8 pounds and 40 inches in less than 90 days.
Wow. I love your story, because she was like, well, I'm going on vacation. So, most people say, I'll start when I get back. But she's like, no, can you ship it to the campground? I'm like, girl, we can ship it wherever you need it to go. And you had great results. Even the week you were on vacation, bike week, having, some of the splurges like we do when we go to the beach, right? And enjoying yourself, like that's your vacation, and you still had results your first week.
Yes. And my husband said I was crazy. He said, I don't know why you're starting a diet on vacation. I said, it's not a diet. It's a lifestyle, and I got to start it sometime. So why not now? And the amazing thing is he's been watching me do this, and he started 3 weeks ago. And he is just knocking it out. He's doing a great job. He's already lost about 6 or 7 pounds. He's lost lots of inches. We haven't measured him yet to see how many he's lost as far as inches go. And he gets up in the morning and makes his shake, and we're making mock potato salad out of cauliflower and things like that. And he's loving all these new recipes I'm coming up with. And the family is starting to get on board. They're asking about, what can we fix that you can eat at these family meals? And that's a big plus for them, because they're all about carbs, and more carbs, and just not putting the right kind of foods together. So that makes it really hard, but they're starting to see the changes in both of us. And I just recently had a checkup, and my cholesterol's back in normal limits. So that's awesome as well.
You are amazing. And I just love too that you were just a convicted person. You knew the science behind this. We talked at length at the cellular level, how this works, why it works, why it really is just the holy grail of anything that's out there. Just quite advanced. And you just said, I want it. But you made the adjustments in the lifestyle. And that really is what I think Isagenix helps us do, don't you? Like, once you kind of get on this just somewhat of a structure that can integrate, you can do that little piece of it on the other meals and so forth, right? You start making better decisions, and you've just done that so beautifully.
I've been trying, and the Cleanse for Life is my favorite product. Love it. I was extremely depressed because of my weight, and after that first cleanse, the brain fog was lifted. I haven't been able to cross stitch in probably 3 or 4 years because I couldn't get my brain to slow down and just be clear to do that. And after that first cleanse, I picked up cross stitch and went back to cross stitch. And so it's given me back a lot of my hobbies that I weren't able to do. And I love the energy that I have on cleanse days. My husband, he's so pitiful. He sits there and says, "Do I need to eat somewhere else?" But I'm like, no, I'm just going to drink my cleanse, and you go right ahead and eat your chicken or whatever. And I just love it. I feel so much better on those days. I have so much more energy on those days than I do any other day of the month.
That is awesome. And I'm glad you brought that up because, so many people worry about that part of it, the intermittent cleanse, and we can do a daily, a weekly, or a 2-day deep cleanse. And I love the 2-day, and you were not scared of that. You're like, I'll go for the 2-day, and you were able to do it. And what you realize is how beneficial that is. But of course, a daily cleanse is like cleaning your house every day. A deep cleanse is where you really have to get in and do all the deep scrubbing of your home. So it's kind of the same way. We clean our filters and our air conditioners and our cars and so forth. We don't do that every time we clean our house, but we all know how important it is to do those deep cleanses. So I love that you love that and all these great benefits of our fasting, and it's nutrient supported. So just helps to eliminate those toxins very safely and efficiently. And the fact that you love that's huge. Now, guess who else I found on the internet who's sneaking your shakes, or either?
These are 2 of my grandchildren. That's Gavin and Savannah.
Yay! So I just saw that, and I'm like, I'm going to steal that picture. I hope you don't mind, but it's on Facebook. They love these.
Yes.
And they're watching cartoons, having their chocolate shake.
Yep. They were like, "What are we having for breakfast?" And I said, "I'm going to have a shake." And I said, "What do you want me to fix you?" And they're like, "We'll have a shake too."
Well, that's so awesome. That just thrilled me when I saw that. Isakids, yes, we have so many products for children because children aren't living as long as their parents, and or especially their grandparents. So we have a responsibility to our children to get this good, clean, super foods in them as well. And so I didn't know if you have gotten the nerve yet to sneak some of these greens in their shake, but for you get all 30 of their greens for $1 a day, and these amazing greens that everybody knows that they that you read about and that are recommended. So if you haven't tried that in the kids shakes, I guarantee you it's a good way to get their veggies. You know how kids don't always like to eat their vegetables. So there you go. Well, I just love this. Thank you so much for sharing. And this is why we just love each other. We are just a great team of people, all wanting to make changes in our lives. And when you find something so amazing and you feel so good and you sleep better, you lose weight, you have more energy, you just want to share it. And all of us have just grown together as a community. Like I didn't know hardly anybody, maybe one or two people before all this. And now I'm just so blessed. And it's like everybody is family, and we do love each other. We do. We know we're the change. We know that this is important. It's just a matter of asking each of ourselves who are not already a part of this, that, is this something that resonates with you? Like, is natural health and this wellness movement, is that something that's been calling you? And you can get started like with family packs anywhere from 20, 40 bucks a day if you wanted, 37, 40 bucks a day range. And that would be for like a family. Or you could do something like this one, just a basic custom weight loss. And there's a president's pack for about half the price of the business builder. So you've got $40 a day, 20 bucks a day, $10 a day. We got lots of options. And so the key is for, us just matching up the package and the products and the system to meet everybody's budget, because we know we can meet their health goals. And we're very good at helping people with that. And I just love that you all trusted us, and now you are helping others and sharing this love with other people. And it just really is about, what somebody can do to get started, and knowing that you got meal replacement, right? So you're not going to be spending the same money you've been spending. And you also, just will have such a shift that you'll know within 30 days when it comes time for the money back, whether you want to keep going. And then after that, you just order whatever you want to replenish your supply and to keep going towards your goals. So if I'm just going to unmute all the lines, and man, you guys, it might be a little noisy, but if it is, you can mute yourself out. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. Did you guys have any questions, or anybody want to give a little hello or shout out? Anybody else want to share their story real quick? I mean, love to hear from you. All right. Well, guys, we really appreciate you.
Thank you, Belinda, for everything. Amazing as always. Love ya.
Love you guys. Thanks so much for coming. We enjoyed it.
Thank you, Belinda, for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can't. You can't.
Bye.
Bye.